Okay. So thank you. So what this is going to do is I'm an artist and storyteller, and I'm based in Canada. You've mentioned you flew from Canada. Are you from Canada?
I'm based in Canada in
Ah,
Victoria. Yeah. Where
yay!
are you based?
I'm in Toronto.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I used to live
Yeah.
in Toronto.
Yeah, lovely. I love that. And I do these events for women. I started them 2 years ago. It's like a social enterprise. I have a storytelling agency. And I did it because I wanted to address the things that I faced as a woman in the corporate world and as an entrepreneur. I worked in tech. I developed
Yeah.
my own technology and so on. And they became so successful. Like women were really enjoying being in an artistic environment. And I introduced women from interdisciplinary backgrounds. So finance would talk to tech, with wellness, with art, and these beautiful interactions happen. And then great projects come along. And I found that this is like a new model and it's working very well. So we just did an event like that in March with IBM, and now we're coming to Lisbon.
Mm.
And we want to bridge that North American, like we want women, different stories, different experience to really do power differently. So all
Yeah.
these videos will be part of an exhibit where we redefine success, and that's going to live in a multi-year exhibition that will travel. So my next stop hopefully is Casa Loma. So if you're around, maybe you'll be part of it too.
So when are you coming to Lisbon then to do
I'm
this?
coming. So the event is on November 10th from 12
Okay.
from 12:30 to 2:30. Hopefully, will you be in Lisbon at that time?
I think I'll still be here. I haven't booked my return flight back, but I'm going to be leaving. Just depends on meetings and speaking engagements and Web Summit. But yeah, leaving somewhere between the 8th and the 14th.
Oh,
But I'm
hopefully
leaning
we
towards the
get you.
14th. Yeah.
So that's it. So tell me about you, and like I'm so excited that people are so friendly and loving this project.
Mhm. Yeah. So I'm not sure what to tell you about me, like what you're trying to.
So what do you do? What's I understand you're based in Canada.
Yeah, I'm based in Canada, but I travel a lot. I've been a digital nomad for like a decade. I traveled between Portugal and Canada and the US, and yeah, just some other countries as well. And so right now I have a sales consultancy firm. So I help tech companies and B2B with their sales processes. So, setting up repeatable, scalable sales models that help them grow and, have predictable revenue. Um, and so the reason all that came about is because my background. So I've been in sales leadership roles in tech for like 2 decades. Um, Considered the top 1% in my field as a sales leader. But I've been in Fortune 500 company where, I was like their top salesperson, then their top sales leader. Um, then went on to private equity, where I worked for a company that had 100 tech companies in their portfolio. We purchased one tech company each week, worked with somebody who's on the Forbes 400 list, and basically hired and recruited the top 1% global talent in sales across all these portfolio companies. Um, and So pretty intense environments, and then went on to manage all of the sales strategy, sales operations, and all the commercial teams with the world's largest fully fully bootstrapped tech business in the world and in history. Company that grew in 12 years from one employee to 5,000, and so managed all of that. And then also worked on the venture capital company, which was a sister company that they established, and sales processes for that as well. Taught at universities in Canada, business strategy and entrepreneurship, recruitment, and all of that. So yeah, so that all led me to working with companies globally, helping them with their sales structures. Yeah.
Monica, that's so impressive. You're wow. I can only imagine the stress in jobs like this because it's so much responsibility. You're a unicorn. Tell me tell me how you manage that. How does one keep sanity and be so focused on such a high level?
I think I thrive in that actually, and I know a lot of people I talk to when I tell them about like the type of environments I've been at, they just don't understand. You know, how could I be in an environment like the environments I've been in? But you know, to me, it's I'm driven that way. I don't know if I'm just made that way, but I have a certain drive motivation where I'm here on this world once and it's like make the most of your life. So why just be, um, why just coast? Why not be the best that you can be in whatever that you do, right?
Hmm.
And, life brings you all kinds of different opportunities. And so just be the best in that, make the most of it. And you never know where that leads. But that's really how I've looked at things. And, I try and structure my life in a way that keeps me challenged and, meeting all kinds of different people and, yeah, creates a life that, I can work with people all over the world. Like I've worked with people in every continent, manage people all over the globe. And it just, yeah, it just keeps it interesting, keeps life interesting.
I like that approach. So, I ask everyone, what's your success? What is the definition of success for you? Because you obviously have a very large portfolio of that. But is it that?
Yeah, I think it's that. But it comes down to, for me in everything that I do in my life. Like in Australia, I just competed at the World Championships in cycling. Um, and I've been an athlete in a number of sports where I competed at worlds and national championships. Um, and other things that I do in my personal life too. I just yeah, I look at everything kind of the same way. So I think part of it for me as well is because, and I don't know how personal you want to get, but for me, I
Where
think
you
it
want to
comes,
go?
it, my upbringing, I was born in Poland. We left when I was 9, and I think that shaped a lot of the way I look at the world. So we were during that time, it was communism. We were limited in the kind of the amount of food that we could get. I remember as a 5, 6 year old standing in line at a bakery, like 6 in the morning.
Hmm.
And because we got, the government gave every family so many stamps. You got, once, I can't remember how many it was for bread, you got that one stamp for bread and the bakery would sell out. And my mom, I had 2 other siblings, so she was busy and she's like, I'm the oldest, go stand in line. Because if you don't stand in line, the bread is gone and we won't have any bread. And, like even things like bananas and oranges, I never had
Once a
that
year.
until,
We have
yeah,
them once a year on New Year's.
yeah. So, it was, and then when we moved to Canada, I thought this is my opportunity. And I was 12 when we moved to Canada, and my parents worked 4 jobs, and they instilled in me work ethic that, we are in this country and we have this opportunity. And so get an education and make the most of yourself. And my sister was the youngest. She was 2 when we left Poland. So she didn't quite see that. And I can see in how we, we're different that way. But I think that's just, it stayed with me. And, decades later, I'm still working myself to the bone, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I'm just writing a paper on because I use all my work I went back to academia because I want to leave a better footprint in general and better representation of women. And I was just working on the communist representation of women compared to
Mm,
the Americans and how like we had although under communism, they had engineers, scientists, like a woman was meant to work and be this force of you had to survive no matter
Yeah.
what, right? It's so interesting how the culture frames you.
Mm-hmm. Very true. I know. Yeah.
So what is your goal now? Like what is it that you're looking to, what's next for you?
Next for me is, I've got this business now. So I've worked for companies most of my career, and now on my own. And for me, I want to take all the success I've had with other companies and do that for me. So,
Mhm.
so that's what's next for me.
Okay, I love that. If you are in Lisbon, would you be open to be part of the story, like be on a panel with the other
Yeah.
ladies? So one
So
of
what
the,
does that entail?
pardon?
What does that entail?
It will be like a panel discussion. It's just more not web summit style. It's obviously like we will have around 50 women, and the idea is really to be just normal. And not that web summit is not normal, it's just the scale of the event it has a different spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it would be live then, and it's an
Yeah,
event
it
that
will be
you're
in
going to.
person. Yeah, it will be in person. It's in
Okay.
the Palace Sotomayor, so it's in the, you probably know it better than me. It's downtown Lisbon. There's this beautiful 18th century palace, and it was designed by one of their most famous female designers. So it's a good setting. It's very fitting for alchemy of women.
Yeah. No, I'd love to be a part of that.
Okay.
If you can send me the details, because I'm just finalizing all my
Yeah, I'll
schedule,
send it
so
to you
that's
right
I'll
now.
block that. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, that'd be
lovely.
great.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much for taking a moment, Monica, and for sharing your story. It was very, very real for me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're welcome. And sorry about the video and yeah,
I
all that.
love the light. You couldn't pass. Look at the light shining in my
It's coming from the the side here.
face. Very whimsical. Thank you. Bye. Have a good
Thank you
day.
very much. You too.
Bye bye.
Bye.